that. Aaron is just, every chance he gets, he's letting people know, yeah, it's a new day. You see how he has his hair slicked back too? Aaron is not messing around this offseason, man. This is a new guy right now. He's telling them, this is the new and improved A-Rod.
I couldn't tell if it was slicked back
A-Rod.
or if it was like in a man bun. Did anybody else feel that way? We didn't see a side shot, so I'm not totally sure, but we'll get everybody
Either
looking
one is real aggressive.
Right, exactly. All right, more coming from that interview promoting the match later on in the show, but let's get to this. 18 teams in camp this week, gearing up for the season, rapidly approaching, but the Texans canceled their mini camp this week. Of course, they've got a ton of questions to be answered as you look at their whole situation, and a lot of them have to do with a timeline that has to do with Deshaun Watson. So here's what Nick Caserio, the GM of the Texans, said today. I don't have any additional comments about anything as it relates to Deshaun. I think we're respectful of what's happening, respectful of the process, everybody that's involved. The most important thing is for all of us, the coaches, players, myself included, focus on the things we can control. As we get more information, we'll try to make that best decision for the Houston Texans, whatever that entails. Adam Schefter, what more can you tell us about the timeline here with Deshaun Watson and what the Texans may do going forward?
Well, there's a lot of different ways this still can go, Laura, and I think the Houston Texans are seeking clarity from the NFL, from legal authorities, to see what's going to happen, whether Deshaun Watson is going to be placed on the commissioner exempt list, to see whether he would be disciplined, to see whether he would be cleared and could resume practicing. But I think across the league, there's a widespread assumption that the Texans are operating right now as if they won't have Deshaun Watson. And just look at all the moves that they made this offseason. They went out and signed Tyrod Taylor. They used their first draft pick on Davis Mills, the quarterback from Stanford. They gave $500,000 in guaranteed money to Jeff Driscoll. That's 3 quarterback moves that this team has made. They wouldn't be making those moves if they were confident that Deshaun Watson were going to be the quarterback of this team. Everything is in limbo right now. They are awaiting further word and a decision from other people before they have to decide what to do.
Yeah, Adam, a reminder that the Texans signed Deshaun Watson to a 4-year, $156 million extension just last September, has him under contract through the 2025 season. We'll keep you updated on all this as we get more information. Let's get to more camp news, though, around the league. Julio Jones said it was extremely important to show up to voluntary workouts last week with the Titans to get more accustomed to his new squad, experience the vibe of the team. You see him right now. He's out there on the practice field today, of course, getting his shot with Ryan Tannehill. A.J. Brown actually was watching this from the sideline. Let's get more on that. Let's bring in Teron Davenport, who covers the Titans for us. Teron, Julio's first day with the full roster at camp, but there was one notable name not on the field. Tell us more.
Yeah, unfortunately, A.J. Brown was not on the field today, so Mike and Scott and everybody else, you know, Shaq and Kobe, these are duos that aren't going to be able to be duplicated here right away for the Titans. But, you know, Julio Jones was out there. He worked a lot with Ryan Tannehill. He spent a lot of time with Rob Moore. So there's still some learning there, and he's going to be a very positive influence for all of the receivers here.
Yeah, Teron, it is really important, I think, for Julio that he has some familiarity with this type of offense already. Certainly helps him to kind of hit the ground running there in Tennessee. Thanks so much, Teron Davenport, for joining us here. And adding Julio Jones to go along with Derrick Henry and A.J. Brown gives the Titans some serious size with their playmakers. Look at this. Over the last 2 seasons, there are just 10 players who are at least 6 feet tall and 220 pounds that have gained 2,000 scrimmage yards. 3 of them are now on the Titans. So good luck to opposing defenses to try to tackle these guys. Mina, you see that showing just the sheer size of the skill players on this offense. How has the addition of Julio changed the strength of this Titans team?
I mean, look at him. You saw the video. Like, if we were handing out Super Bowls based on how guys look before they put on pads, I'd give the Titans the ring right now, because that duo of wide receivers and Derrick Henry is insanely intimidating. And look, the Titans are going to change, Laura. This is a team that had a very strong offensive identity under previous offensive coordinator Arthur Smith. A lot of play action, running the football, using more 12 personnel with 2 tight ends on the field than any team in the NFL. Some of that is going to stay the same, because it plays to Ryan Tannehill's strengths, and of course they still have Henry, but The strength of this team is now the group of wide receivers, the trio with Josh Reynolds. They're going to be on the field a lot. And what that means is defenses are going to have to play more two-high safety, and it's going to be easier for Derrick Henry to run the football. It's beautiful in Tennessee. Like, I'm very excited to watch this offense because now they have so many options at their disposal.
Yeah, listen, I think every offense, ideally, as we know, wants to be multiple. They want to put you in a quandary as a defense as far as deciding, now, how do I want this team to beat me? Or, if you flip it around, how do I want to defend this team? What do I want to take away from this team? Because in the past, everything has been Derrick Henry, Derrick Henry, Derrick Henry. Stop him no matter what. Now they're going to force you to choose. Do you want to commit more people to the box? Do you want to play more single high or play more split high, meaning cover 4 instead of cover 2, where the safeties can insert into the run quickly? Or do you not? Or do you want to lay back and make sure that Julio and AJ don't burn you over the top? Personally, for me, I'm going to say this. From watching this team up close and seeing them in the playoffs last year, if you shut down Derrick Henry and you bang on him and you take him out of the game, that has a tangible effect on the confidence of this offense. Because they feel like this, if you can just absolutely stop Godzilla in pads, then everything else is going to fall apart for them, and it really messes with their mindset. And then what that does is, people are saying then, hey, look, Ryan Tannehill, I don't care what they paid you. I don't care how good your next-gen stats are. Prove to us that you can beat us. Prove to us that you can take advantage of these one-on-ones on the outside. And what Tennessee has done now with Julio is saying this, go ahead and stack the box if you want. We believe in Ryan Tannehill. Ryan and AJ together, along with Julio, is a formidable duo, or rather trio right there. So look, I think they made the perfect addition here. The question is, can they take advantage of these new personnel groupings that they have to put on the football field?
All right, so Louis, if you're the defensive coordinator, you're going to say, no matter what, I'm going to stop Derrick Henry, see who else can beat me. But Mina, let me give you a chance to be DC here. What do you do? Because I hear that, but it's like then you're going to try to see if Julio Jones, if AJ Brown can somehow go over the top and get you?
It's a nightmare because whereas previously it was Corey Davis, who's a very good wide receiver, very good number 2, running those deep crossers off of play action, it's Julio Jones now. There are no right answers defensively against this offense. I mean, Louis is right. It's like a math problem that can't be solved.
Yeah, so this is a story for a different day, but I think now it comes down to this Titans defense. Can they hold up on their side of the ball to really make this a complete team in that division? We got more coming your way on NFL Live. And coming up, Derek Carr has gotten the blame for many of the Raiders' struggles this past year, or the few past years. Someone here is tired of all that slander. I'm going to tell you why it's not Derek Carr's fault. We'll be right back.